For Wall Street Media, this is Tyler. This is Doug. We'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
Hey, Tyler, you were over at Stevens all day.
Yes, sir, I was.
And you have lots of good stuff for us, right?
Lots of good stuff.
CEO videos. Who'd you bring?
Well, first up, we got Michael Hayford. He's the COO of Metavante. Their ticker's MV. He talks about growth strategies and growing the core products, emerging markets, and global growth from acquisitions. Here's a video for you.
Metavante growth strategies, 5 key strategies we're pursuing. The first is expanding the core relationship. So acquiring a core client and then cross-selling into it. We also think that the core, there's some opportunities to grow the core market. There's a lot of flux in the marketplace right now, and we're very focused on going out and trying to enhance and grow our core product. BPO, business process outsourcing, our approach to the market is very much tied to the technology, so wrapping the technology with a business process capability, variabilize the cost, whether you want to do it onshore in a factory that Metavante can provide, or whether you want to go offshore. We have a partnership with a company called First Source, so if you want to move some of that function offshore and really drive the efficiency curve. Large bank marketplace, you saw about a third of our revenue stream comes from large banks today. Large banks are an important segment. The spending, the growth of large banks continues to grow. They also tend to be more innovative, so we're very focused on growing out that market. We believe we have a full suite of products, particularly as we've introduced our Global Integrated Banking Suite or the partnership with Temenos. So we have a core product for that market. We have a full suite of payment products, and we're building out our support model, relationship model in the large banks. Emerging payment markets, we've talked about a couple of those, healthcare and government, leveraging what we do in the debit platform, taking it into new markets that are not fully penetrated yet, so better growth characteristics. We also identify on there, we think mobile is going to be a play of the future, not only mobile banking, but also mobile payments. We did a joint venture last year with Monetize, which is a UK-based company. So Monetize America is a 51% owned Metavante venture focused on delivering mobile banking, mobile payments to the marketplace. And then global expansion. One of the reasons for our spin from M&I was the ability to get capital to go expand not only in the U.S., but also do more international activities. We just did the deal with Nomad in the UK earlier this year. I think it's important to be a global player. The growth and the opportunities overseas, we believe, will be stronger for us in the future than they are domestically.
All right.
Did you see their chart? In the last, what is that, Tyler? About 2 months? It looks like
since late April, it looks like.
Yeah, they were down at like 18. Now they're 25.80, and that looks like almost straight up.
Yeah.
These guys were spun off from Marshall and Elsie.
Right.
My friend Tanya works over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're in Milwaukee with our Baird buddies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them. I know that we've done them at conferences previously, too. So they've been more out here working, spreading the message.
Yep.
Who else do you have, Pat?
We also have Randall Stewie. He's the CEO of Darling International. Their ticker is DAR. He discusses the company's recycling process, a sanitary and eco-friendly way to dispose of meat and food and processing equipment, and the company's carbon footprint. Here it is.
We also want to talk today briefly about the green impact that Darling brings. As we reference it, we're recycling the Darling way. We're one of the original and oldest recyclers in the country. As green gets momentum in this country, Darling has a very, very strong position. What do? We dispose of or we recycle massive amounts of food byproducts. If the food byproducts were not recycled in the sense of the water removed, they would fill up all landfills within 3 to 4 years. So it's a very necessary, mission-critical process that we provide. Here's another buzzword that's going to get additional attention over time, the carbon footprint. And as you can read through the slide, basically, for every ton of product that we bring in, we remove 7 tons from the atmosphere. Pretty interesting footprint that Darling has, as we'll show you on the map. This is very much an in-process development as the carbon exchange and carbon credits and the cap-and-trade system become discussed. But I think Darling has a very unique position. I don't want to oversell it today because it's rapidly developing. One of the things we've been asked is, well, where does the 1 for 7 or 1 for 5, depending on how you calculate it, come from? The answer is very simple. If you leave that animal, that mortality, or that pile of bones and offal that the Tyson people referenced in the field, as it breaks down, decomposes, it produces methane. So the proper way is to bring it into a plant, put it under temperature, pressure, cook it, and remove all of the methane from the system.
Hey, Tyler.
Right. Yeah.
Let me just let you in on something here, my
Okay,
friend.
sure.
Okay, son.
Uh-huh.
We're in stocks to make money.
Right.
And so if instead of today, you might have pointed them out to me in September, say, when they were at $6.90 a share, we would have made $10 a share.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Now, you told me one of your guys heard one at B. Riley conference.
Yeah, he bought in at like 6 and change. It's now at high 11s.
Isn't that cool?
I love that.
How much is that?
That made me so happy.
Tell him we're going to cut his day rate. And just pay a lot better attention from now on.
Nice.
And you guys watching, too, we're going to cut your day rate as well. So from now on, we're going to pay you a little bit less to watch the show, and you'll just have to make money from the stocks.
Nice, good thinking.
Good plan?
Yeah, good plan.
Come on.
We've got another video. Let's go over there. That's Jody Farragon, the SVP and CFO of Hormel Foods, ticker HRL. He talks about the new Dubuque plants, their Dubuque plants, their new acquisition of the Burke Corporation, and the company's annual dividend history and share repurchases. Here you go.
We announced earlier this year that we would be building a new flexible packaging plant in Dubuque, Iowa, and this really is in response to the consumer demand for our microwave-ready meals that we call completes. We've also been fairly active in the acquisition front in the recent years, about $1.2 billion of acquisitions since 2001. And we look for strategic acquisitions that complement or add scale to our existing businesses, acquisitions that add a gap in a brand portfolio, or acquisitions that provide a technology that we're looking for. Burke Corporation, our most recent acquisition at the end of 2007. This food service business provides the full array of pizza toppings and is a perfect complement to our leadership in pepperoni. We expect sales from this acquisition for 2008 to be in excess of $100 million, and the business has been accretive to our results. Few companies can claim that they have over 42 years of consecutive annual dividends increases. And for fiscal 2008, we increased our dividend by over 20% to 74 cents a share. We plan on continuing to increase our dividend and really align our yield to be more consistent with other packaged food companies. We also use our free cash flow to repurchase shares. In 2007, we repurchased about $90 million of shares, and I would expect to see about that same amount repurchased in 2008 as well.
You know what I thought was the most impressive thing here?
What's that?
Other than I do love Spam, is that she said they raised their dividend every year for 42 years, I think?
That's not bad.
Right? I mean, I thought,
yeah.
You know, how solid is that, right? That's a track record, right? They're not going away.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, you're a dividend guy, right?
I like dividends.
Yeah, I love them. The German says he does, but, you know, he can be talked into a lot of things. Anyhow, you can see all of these if you like them, if you want to see the whole presentation, and some of them have slides, at wsw.com/webcast/STPH8.
And click the feedback button if you're buying these stocks. Let us know why. And
if you already own them.
Right.
And we've got lots of highlights, and we'll be back, come back to WSMCO.com and check out the rest of them. We have too many to do in one show.
Thanks a lot.